Need to hear one of our shows again? We've got them on podcast. Go to fmmoneytalkradio.com. Scroll down to Podcast on Demand. Pick your show and it's on. Podcast on fmmoneytalkradio.com.
Radio have been in conjoint business for 10 years. They have been working around the clock, nonstop, to promote over 500 shows and businesses reaching all over South Florida. With added platforms such as social media live streaming, podcasts, and the specialty of live radio, it has never been easier to get your voice heard by millions of listeners. To amplify your impact and start your show today, contact AMP2TV at 866-224-5422. That's 866-224-5422.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Café is open for business. Live from the Brooklyn Café studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat at the Brooklyn Café and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, or a movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in free 888-994-4995 right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Café. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Guys, welcome back to the Brooklyn Café TV show. Here, I can't say reporting live, but live in Boca Raton, Florida. And here is Dawn and Freddie.
Say that it's recorded live. It is recorded live.
No, it sounded weird when I said recorded live. It sounds like a football, baseball game. Well, live here with Dawn and Freddie.
Media Production Studios.
Well, we're going to get what to say next time.
Dawn and Freddie S. Ding, 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 ding.
That's fine. Oh, I don't even have a bell.
Happy Thursday to you.
I have no bell.
You have no bell.
I'm bellless.
Good morning to you.
Ring-a-ling-ling-ling.
That was good.
Good afternoon, I should say. It's 12:15.
It is.
Happy Thursday.
It is. Uh-oh.
I just have to tell you,
Here's
Freddie.
Jesus. Hey, Jesus. Hey, Jesus. Welcome to all of you watching on a rainy day. All my friends in Tampa are texting me. You got to learn how to do the backstroke. Get that water out of your way. It's pouring over there.
I think it was pouring over here. Our guest hit 4 accidents on the way over. Yeah. They got stuck
hit?
in the turnpike.
Oh, you didn't have an accident.
No, but lots of police activity on the turnpike.
Talking to you, mate.
Lots of police activity on the turnpike.
Really?
Yeah, it's really bad.
And where you come from?
Wellington.
Ooh.
Big drive.
Ooh.
We're going to talk, see what they've got going on, but we had a quite productive morning here. But I must tell you, I am consistent.
Which?
Because I can't sit in a meeting for more than 3 minutes.
Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like that. But you do it consistently, I got to tell you. What you last, 5 minutes on that one?
I thought that was a pretty long time, too.
It's funny because Slick, who opened up the show for us today, probably would have sat with me through that whole meeting longer than you have.
Well, I got up, I set Fuego, Slick ran Fuego. It was a fantastic show. Elena Rodriguez in Indiana talking about what it's like to be a Hispanic business owner businesswoman and finding your dreams and living your dreams in the Hispanic community, but she did it in English.
Which is what we have always said. You could do English and Spanish in that particular
As the culture. So that was a great show, and Elena did a fantastic job. She actually inspired me on our 30 Days of Gratitude she started. We were a few weeks late, so we're doing the 15 Days of Gratitude, but she inspired us. She's going to give us a call either today or tomorrow and share some inspiration.
Now, I got some exciting news, but I don't know if I'm allowed to let the air out of the bag.
I don't think you should.
Why?
Because I don't think you should. I think you should keep it a secret.
2022.
Until 2022.
No, shh. Why? I got some gigs already planned for 2022.
So you're going to tell everyone?
Well, I didn't spend an hour in that meeting not to tell anybody.
All right, tell me.
Yeah, I changed my mind.
But we got a lot of stuff coming up for you today. We've got 2-minute warning tonight at 7:30. So we got to test all of these great players. One of the players tonight is one of your former Jet players.
I know, Cary Glenn. I'm
So
not
I said,
I'm not going to say nothing.
So I go, Cary, you going to be on your phone tonight? He says, uh-huh. I said, any chance you could use a computer? He says, nope, I'm going to use my phone. Could maybe you turn it sideways? All right, I'll turn it sideways. And he goes, I've got really good Wi-Fi, don't worry about it. Okay.
Don't worry about it. It's just like Cary Glenn when he played for the Jets.
And that was exactly what he told me today.
It's Cary Glenn. Are you going to cover this defender? Yes. You need help? Nope. I got it all. Touchdown, the other team.
And that was pretty much our conversation this morning.
He has not changed.
So Cary Glenn and Jeff Cross. And a good show lined up tonight at 7:30.
Jeff Cross from the Miami Dolphins is going to be on?
Yep.
Really? The tight end?
And he's another one who decided to go Wi-Fi. So they said, how's tonight's show going to be? I said, well, 2 of your 3 guests are on Wi-Fi. So it's pretty much an upward shoot on that one.
Wow. That's tonight. Okay, so what do you got cooking here? You got 2 young, lovely ladies in here.
We
What's
got 2
cooking?
lovely ladies joining us today, and I'm really excited because last week we had Dia Coley with us, and she is the youngest ambassador to the American Cancer Society, and everything she does is repurposes denim. She makes masks. She employs people in India to give them work to help them pay their bills while producing everything here. And all the proceeds go back to the American Cancer Society. So she was this first brainchild I had of this teenpreneur show. And she actually is going to do it. But with that, as a host, or maybe one of a few hosts like we do Fuego, you met Julie Khanna the other day on the phone. And she's got 2 daughters who are teenpreneurs in their own right. So they're coming in, and like we never know what's going to happen. It always seems to come in fruition in 3. So I guess, actually, this is 3. So we had Dia, and we've got Lily, and we've got Davey kind of joining us today. So here's your 3 teenpreneurs.
You know, this is so funny. I spoke to your mom, She never told me anything about you guys. I spoke to your mom, and I handed the ball off to Dawn. Next thing I know is that you're here. I heard she was going to come. I don't know what happened there. But I have no idea that they even existed.
It's the element of surprise. That's the fun part here.
Not only is it the element of surprise, she has this thing that you're working with Hector. So I guess you're building a platform.
I'm building a platform, and I hadn't even met these young ladies yet, but I'm building a platform for teenpreneurs. And one of our producers, the animator, he's making a new intro because what we do is create shows and platforms around concepts. Instead of just a show, it's a concept. So we've got our show, we've got a lot of women empowerment, we've got Fuego, we've got our kids network, and we've got kids shows hosted by kids for kids. And then we had this gap between kids and millennials because they have their own platform called 2020 Vision, which is for the millennials. And there was this gap, and all of a sudden this gap is these empowered teenagers that are not only having hobbies, but truly creating businesses. So
Right.
Here comes teenpreneurs, and here you ladies are. So welcome Lily and Davey Khanna.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us, who do you want to start with, Lily? Tell us about your business, because I didn't
Sure.
realize you had a whole production
Well,
company.
Yes.
This is not her first rodeo, she told me.
I know.
Watch out now.
Yeah, well, so first off, I'm Lillian Khanna, and I want to thank you guys for having us. My sister and I are definitely the definitions of teen entrepreneurs. I'm 18, and so my company is Elkana Productions, LLC. I started Elkana Productions at about 12 and 13. I got my first paid job, and then I just licensed it last year. So I've been in business since the age of 12, 13. And we are a full videography and social media marketing firm.
Now, what does that mean? Social media marketing firm. What do you do for social media?
So it really stemmed from one of my first clients. My mom is very involved in the nonprofit world, and so by proxy, so was I. And so I had gone to school at Bach and Dreyfus, both as a communications major. And so as I was involved in the nonprofit world and then dually going to school for communication arts, I sort of put my talents to use that I had learned in school to help these nonprofits. Because a lot of the times it is an older demographic who is taking on the leadership roles. And so you miss the social media aspect of it, right? Because you have events and you need people to come to the events. You need to get the word out about your, wonderful nonprofit. What better way to do that than utilizing Instagram and Facebook? And what better age group to use that and do that with than teenagers? So I started off doing some social media work and then some videos from that so that I could get their mission statements and really encompass the nonprofit in a video that could be disseminated out, in order to get them more.
Now, you notice the way she delivered that, right? And it's funny because
She's 18.
but she's well versed.
Yes.
Her shoulders are squared, and she's very calm in her delivery. In what you see around you here, there have been over 300 kids like Slick, like Teddy, like Val, Vinny. They have come in here to learn what you've gone to school for. But not only do they learn holding a microphone, they also learn on the other side of the camera. They learn the production part of it, the business part of it. But what a clean delivery. I would take what you just did as a sample of what it means to have shoulders squared. And you can tell she's sitting comfortably, she's talking right into it, and she speaks eloquently. I mean, you speak better than me because I'm Puerto Rican, I don't even know that many words. But that is really an attribute of what you're doing. Are you going to go to college?
So actually, I am a student at Florida State University, except I'm a political science major. So my business may be in a more creative field, but my passion is definitely for law and government. So
you want to be a lawyer?
I do. Eventually a politician.
My condolences, but okay.
It's
I did the same trip. I was a political science major.
It's an odd combo, so we'll see what happens.
Actually, it isn't that much anymore if your writing skills and exactly what you're doing now. When you go to law schools, it's all about your delivery.
Right.
We could say the same thing, and my delivery is like somebody who's open was before. My delivery could be all over the place, and they won't take you, even though we're saying the same thing.
It's all about your ability to tell a story, really. So I'm very grateful. Palm Beach County has some great schools. Bach and, Dreyfus definitely attest to that. So I'm very grateful for the stuff that I've learned. I mean, I've been able to build a whole company off of what I learned in middle school. So it's a great opportunity.
That's amazing.
And it's really interesting because when you were having one of your meetings today, I was on the phone with one of our clients who does a show with us, and she says, how do I grow my show? She has her master's, she's an MBA, she's a life coach, but she's a business strategist. How do I get more visibility on my show? And we said, you have to grow your social media. And she says, how do I do that? I'll do it, but I don't know how to do it. I said, all your posts are great. She puts great inspirational posts on, and they're great quotes, but it doesn't lend itself anything to who she is, what she does, how to funnel business towards her. They're great inspirational quotes, though.
Right.
She says, how do I do it? And I said, do you have a social media company? She says, no. Do you know one? I said, as a matter of fact, I do. And you walk in, so now we have two. And Teddy was coming out during the other meeting today saying, this is what her page looks like. This is what she needs. But when you're in the middle of creating your content as a business owner, not everyone has time or the know-how to go on social media and drive that traffic. But you do this.
Right. Because there's a skill set, and my sister Davy here can totally attest to this, that she's got a whole production team. Our house is her production team, basically. And so my mom, she does PR, so she was the one that you guys were in contact with. That's why we're here. I do her videos for her social media. She is constantly creating content for her own business pages, but she gets the most traffic and business from her Instagram and Facebook. So if it's properly run, that's where you're going to get your connections and sales. And, she can kind of attest to I think your social media is mainly where you get the most traffic, right?
Yes, like
Davey, tell us what your
hashtags.
business is.
Oh, I have a spice business. I have had this business for 3 years, and
Since you were 9?
Yes, I sell homemade spices and
It's their
Aprons.
authentic Indian spices.
authentic Indian spices.
Is this for
yes.
cooking spices?
Yes.
Okay.
You can cook with them, but they're like snacking spices almost. So the same way
Really?
that we use salt and pepper, we use chat masala.
They're very like widely versed spices in India. You can find them in a lot of recipes. And my grandma in India actually gave me the recipes, and I wanted to sell as a lemonade stand, outside on a table. And my mom made one post, and it got over 60
Facebook.
orders on Facebook.
60 orders.
Yes. And it wasn't just friends and family, it was complete strangers. And it started snowballing from there.
How long ago was that venue?
That was
When you were 9, when she made the
She's
first
9.
post.
Holy smokes. So now you're at the old age of 12,
yes.
The ripe
Okay.
old age.
a ripe old age of 12. And tell me
Do we
how...
feel like fossils yet?
I'm blown away here. So tell me what has changed? Are you still doing spices today?
Yes, I am still doing spices today, and I think it's all about the hashtags, If you want a brand rep, you put brand rep in your hashtags, and that drives people who are looking for brand ambassadors to search up hashtag brand rep, do recent, and then they'll see your post, they'll comment on it.
Or like hashtag ad when you
Yes.
when you are trying to sell something, or you have another person's product. A lot of like cross marketing is a huge thing. So
Definitely creates more
right.
opportunities for your business.
So not like if we were to give you a Davy masala spice, you would post on your social media, look at my Davy masala spice, and we would post, we're here at the Brooklyn Café show, and now your followers support her followers, and our followers support yours.
I get it.
So now you have 2 demographics of followers.
Okay, so I have 200 questions I need to ask. I need to ask, has the way of doing business, because of the virus and everything else, has it interfered in anything that either one of you are doing right now?
I'll let you answer that first, because I think you have definitely a lot more impact for you.
Yes, it's definitely slowed down, but it's also picked up. Because at the beginning, like the peak of it, it slowed down because most of the people were worrying about the virus. But now when people are spending more time indoors and trying to learn new hobbies and learn new skills, one of them is cooking, they'll start to do research, and they'll start to get interested, and they'll start to buy spices, not just mine, other people's spices, but
Plus, like your packaging, not only
Yes.
people are trying to learn how to cook now, so they see Davy masala, they buy your spices, they want to try it out because it's a different flavor. It's tangy. It's made from mangoes, right?
mangoes, yeah, dried mango powder. And so, it's like green mangoes, which I don't know if you ever tried a green mango, but green mangoes are pretty sour.
It's a tangy, more
Yeah.
more tangy
What's the
flavor.
red
So
mango?
it's not a usual, spice that
It's not like a warhead.
Yeah, you
but-
would-
And where do you get your spices from?
So we have a great relationship with a local Indian store who we buy wholesale from them almost all of our ingredients, and so that's how we make them. And then in return, we have a huge connection in the Indian community. There's a large presence of a large Indian presence in Palm Beach County. Actually,
Even today, people are so interested and so engaged in my business that they'll DM me ideas for my business. Like I got one today, and it's just I take them into consideration, and they give me new recipes. They give me photos to post on my Instagram. It's just like a whole little community that I've built, and my engaged followers are willing and comfortable to share those photos and share this information with me. It makes me just happy that I've created that sort of bond with them.
And you're only
Her
12,
engaged
Yes.
followers.
right?
Okay, she's 12, but we're going to get, because Jill is 14. Everything you see around you, my 14-year-old created this for me when he was 14, 10 years ago. Okay?
Yeah, he's
That's
24.
really incredible.
So you being 12 doesn't shock me. But I got to ask you, And you got to be honest with me. You have a lot of friends, I'm assuming.
Kind of. I mean,
I would wonder because
I'm more independent.
yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Yes, that was my point.
The short answer here is no for both of us.
No.
Because you guys are way above the rim. You know, 12-year-old kids, believe it or not, they're still learning how to comb their hair. And here you are creating
Not one hair
business.
flip between the two of them.
Huh?
Not one hair flip.
Not one. And they sit
And you
proper.
laugh, but if you think about what we do, a lot of production.
I can only the fidgeting,
Even with adults, they were one of Slick's favorite clients. She flips her hair on her lavalier mic every few seconds.
No, the one
that's the worst.
the worst was he
That's
ended
not
with
my
somebody with
favorite
a
client.
baby.
And
He smacks the kid into the table.
by mistake.
By
By
mistake.
mistake, yeah.
By mistake. Don't call
By
children's
mistake.
services.
By mistake.
And
By
the kid
mistake.
was crying throughout the whole. I was like, holy.
Yeah, luckily it was the end of the show,
Yes.
but by mistake.
But it does
too
happen.
funny.
And then the same question with you. Has it changed how you do business?
Actually, in a very positive response because, because of COVID, now you're forced to go virtual. And so if you were thinking about it beforehand or, you weren't too sure about it, you need to be virtual if you wanted to survive this pandemic, basically. That's why you see it's almost the norm now for realtors to do virtual walkthroughs of the home. And I think that is something that's going to stick through forever now. That's going to be the new norm for realtors, is to be able to provide some sort of video access to houses that they're showing. That was a huge trend that I saw during this pandemic. Same with restaurants, being able to provide that same almost restaurant experience, but through their social media, because people go to restaurants, yes, for the food, but they also go for the ambiance. And so to be able to continue to engage your followers through video and through social media, you're going to have those clients come back once this pandemic is over. So it's continuing that relationship without being face to face. And so the best way to do that is through social media and through video.
But you all seem to know how to hashtag and how to do all of this. I want to take a commercial break. When we come back, let's hear more from, our new teenpreneurs. So stay tuned. Give us a call with any questions, 888-994-4995, Studio A. These are remarkable young women. I know.
I'm floored. You sure you want to be an attorney? And if you do, I want your number, because when you graduate, I want her
You're
to be
gonna
my
need it.
attorney. But you have a career in television.
It was my passion, really. So I'm just.
You never know.
The
You can
delivery
put
is
it both together.
It's so clean. It's unbelievable. In this business, people hire you just to do all sorts of different things. And you fit right into that mold. And you're not too far behind, 12 years old.
Amazing.
It makes me laugh, because when Gio was 14, I laughed. We went to all the radio stations. We went to CBS, NBC, ABC. We went to the sports stations, because at the time there was no Facebook.
Yeah.
And we did this whole virtual thing for your phone. They said nobody watches sports on your phone.
All right, let's take a break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Amy says
If a tree
amazing.
falls in the woods and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? Have you ever felt that your voice goes unheard? And you think that you can make a difference if only someone would just listen? It's time for women in business to have a place to step into your power. A platform to embrace your hopes, dreams, and your visions. A voice to heal and restore. Your voice can make a difference. We have the platform to share your story and let your voice be heard. Be kind to yourself. Give yourself the chance to be heard and shine bright. Contact New Dawn Media by texting Café to 80800. That's CAFE to 80800.
Hi friends, it's Bree and Ali from Kids and Capes. Tune in Saturday mornings on the Brooklyn Café Kids Television Network at 10 o'clock, where we share fun and ideas. And remember, peace, love, and kindness.
Even though some things are far away, we plan for them ahead of time because they're important. When it comes to your celebration of life, it's really no different. You want to plan ahead now so your family doesn't have to later, and create a service that reflects your values, character, and traditions, no matter what they may be. At Dignity Memorial, we listen to every detail and make sure everyone is remembered.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Café Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
People are texting me how amazing you girls are. You really are amazing. And they're also asking, what are your services for social media content to control content creation?
So the social media packages, it comes with, we post for you on both your story and on your actual feed. You get Instagram, Facebook, and Google My Business, and then we also throw in a complimentary Twitter account so that we can boost your SEO. So with that, we create the content for you, and it just creates a really clean look for you and your business. And so
you do new content every day, every week, every month?
We like to post 3 to 4 times a week, depending on your service. Generally, it's 3. You can overpost to the point that you actually don't show up on your followers' feeds. That's a very real thing. And then you can also underpost. People underpost all the time, and so you got to try to find that sweet spot. So we like to do 3 times a week. But we create that content for you based on, the pictures that are sent to you, pictures you take. What make my particular packages unique is that because we are a full production company as well, we will actually come in for an extra fee, and you can almost have like an in-house production team taking that content for you, videography and photography.
Wow. And so there's a sliding scale of what people want and what you do.
Exactly. It's very much personalized so that you get the most, essentially, bang for your buck. So, yeah, feel free to reach out to me. I'm on Instagram and Facebook, and you can get a quote there.
The other thing people are asking me, now we do over 30 productions out of this production house. And people are asking me, what is the best platform? Is Instagram better than Facebook? Is Twitter better than Periscope? Which is the best?
If we're being, frank, I think it really just depends. I've run a multitude of different, businesses on social media, and you have to find where your audience is really. If you have an older demographic, it's going to be Facebook, no doubt. There hasn't been a social media platform that's been created that can compete with Facebook in the way of its connectivity. Instagram is not like that. It's not necessarily a networking app. It's more of it's very one-sided. You show the pictures, people interact with the pictures. On Facebook, you find people, there are businesses run off of Facebook. Instagram is getting there, but for the connectivity aspect of Facebook, that's really, there's no competition there. So again, it depends on your audience and what your goal is with the social media.
Because I've noticed that more and more people, Jesse Campbell, I sent you the link last night. Did you catch Jesse's show? More and more singers, because now they've become, it's hit an all-time high. If you don't own the music or the property, they're going to spank you. They're going to take the show off, and they're going to close your account. I get a mandate on it. It's funny because I have a seminar with Facebook on the 18th at 10 o'clock in the morning because they want to talk about what the problem is. Not for me, but there's a whole bunch of us that they pick. When you're doing production, you have to be careful with music, let's say. So they've jumped on Instagram. Isn't Facebook Instagram, or they own it?
Facebook owns Instagram, and so even on Instagram, you'll see that within a few minutes or maybe even hours, your post will get pulled if you don't own the rights to the music. And so I say that if, that's something that you want to do, is have music on your posts, or you're an artist, either own rights to the music or invest in some sort of royalty-free music. That's the best way to go. My production company invests in it, and we don't have any problems on social media.
Well, when you put commercials and things of that nature, and they sent you, we have our own, I don't even tell you, we have our own vault now of music that you can use, so the kids don't have to even hunt for it anymore.
Okay.
But when you do artists that have their own music, they have forgotten that those songs that they wrote, that they didn't produce. So they go to the good old songs, and you can't do that anymore. You can't produce other songs. They don't even want versions of anymore. So if you sing Yesterday, like we were making fun, and you change and make it a Yesterday era, and they don't want that anymore. They don't want anything that has to do with anything because it's not worth the lawsuits.
But right now, people are looking to grow their business, and Davey, you're the perfect example of you can grow a business at any age. What made you go into business at the age of 9?
Well, I always looked up to Lily. She had her business at the age, and she was very successful in the nonprofit world. And my mom, she now has a business, and I guess I always had it in my blood, if you want to take that example. And so I kept on watching my mom cook. I kept on watching her lay out the ingredients and just the result after. And it was like, it just turned on in my brain that I wanted to do spices, because we made our own spices at that time just for ourselves. And me and my brother, we will eat chat masala. We will literally eat chat masala.
Yes,
it's so good.
It's really good.
And
Did you bring any?
actually,
No.
I didn't.
I wish we did though. We'll bring you some for sure.
Yes, definitely.
How old is your brother?
He is
12.
12,
He's
about
to be
to turn
13.
13.
So you guys are the same age?
Yes.
They're Irish twins.
Oh, yes, almost.
Wow.
Right now we're the same age.
Same day.
Same. Their
Different year.
birthdays are the same month, a year and 2 weeks apart. So for 2 weeks out of the month, they're the same age, and then one turns older.
Yes, so he can't say he's my older brother. Technically he can, but
And does he have a
I don't
business?
take that. He is
actually
the CEO of my business.
And he's also an associate of mine. So he's got his hands full as well.
And does he go to Bach also?
Yes, we both go to Bach.
Unbelievable. And you have all these ideas to keep growing your business. What's next?
Well, actually, I wanted to start a podcast because I just like to talk. I like to talk a lot. And I just have all these ideas. Sometimes I'll just like talk to myself because I want to share my ideas with everyone. And I also plan on making more businesses because I want different businesses to generate more revenue, connect them maybe to each other, and it's just this one little
Everything's a
community.
business opportunity, essentially. So, plus, all of our businesses are more than just our businesses because, if Davy Masala has a podcast, most likely I'd be producing it. My mom would definitely be a part of it, and so would my brother. Everything we do is we're very family based.
Yes.
So the podcast wouldn't just be benefiting Davy Masala, we benefiting basically our entire family.
Well, I love the name Davy Masala. What a great name for a company. Everyone must say, what is that?
Yes, actually, since it's very Indian, Devi is a goddess in India. My mom really liked that name, and masala is obviously spices, and so we just put Devi Masala, and it
made sense.
It made sense. Yeah.
It absolutely
We fell in love with the name.
absolutely makes sense what they're doing.
It does. Your mom says hi.
And your
Hello.
dad, we definitely need to interview your dad also because their dad is an infectious disease doctor. So they came and looked for hand sanitizer because it's a whole other side of this,
Yes.
of what's going on
definitely.
in home-based businesses. Are you doing school online through FSU now?
I am. That's why I'm able to come back home, except, I don't live in a dorm. I live in a student apartment, and so obviously they still need to make their money. So I very prematurely signed a 12-month lease for a place I don't even have to really be in right now. So I took that loss, but now I know for next year.
I'm your gain.
Yes. Now I get to stay home and really work on my business because my clients are in Palm Beach County. It's much harder to do the video work that I need to do and connect with my clients while up in Tallahassee.
Can you work with people anywhere though?
I can, and that's the beautiful thing about this pandemic too, is that I've been able to do a lot more work remotely, and so I also do web design. So a lot of the web design clients, even the social media management, I can do that remotely. I like to, even though I'm the owner and founder of my company, I do like to work still. Videography is my thing. That's how this started. So whenever I get a chance to do the videography myself or direct or produce, I love to jump on it. And so being here allows me to do that.
You can do it anywhere, the social media, the content.
Sure. I
We've
mean,
got-
and that's what people need is they need an outreach. And, we're going to go through this mess again, and it's going to begin another series.
That's what they said. Their dad said that we're in phase
Third
3.
wave,
Wave
yeah.
3.
Yeah, and I hear that now you have to dig deeper and find other ways of doing things, and that's the meetings that we had today. The light bulb has gone on because they thought this was going to end in December, and it's not. So you're going to have to go into the third change-up, another pitch, and come out with a different idea. That's why I admire the fact that you're so young, and other kids around you, nobody wants to participate in some of the things that you do?
I think that most of them are just they've tested Among Us, and the Among Us, TikTok, movies, all of them, they just go to that when they're bored. They don't go outside. They
business,
don't get creative. Some of them do. Of course, I'm not talking about all of them, but to those portion of the kids who just watch other people's creations, not make their own, and they just sit stagnant. I'm not like that. I create.
You guys are amazing.
Not watch.
Well, that must be interesting because your ideas also bleed to some of the things that you do because the demographic is so much younger. Yeah. And you sort of look, we're in the demographic business. And you have to sort of find your calling, your hot button, which can change, right? You can have a hot button today and the next week it isn't and there's something else. I wanted to ask you what medium was the best because I know about TikTok, which by the way, I understand that TikTok is still at the Supreme Court level, and they try to get a 30-day reprieve because yesterday the Supreme Court was closed. I don't know how that's going to end up. The Trump administration doesn't want them in the U.S., which makes absolutely no sense to me. There must be something really going on behind the curtains. But is it a TikTok situation at her age that will work with a more mature company? Will it work?
Do you want to take that?
Actually, I've seen a lot of people grow from TikTok. I've seen a bunch of songs being written on TikTok and a bunch of people creating businesses. It's like a trend almost. Mm-hmm. People, you don't know how many businesses have been created and then promoted on TikTok. I guess it's just another Instagram or Facebook. If you take it that way and if you engage enough, people are going to buy from TikTok.
Because that's video creation right there. And so, as the years and generations pass on, right, we become lazier is a very harsh word, but we become lazier. Originally, newspapers started out long, multiple pages. The stories were very in depth. Reporting was a very different world, and as it progressed, the stories got shorter. We had news right on our phones. We could get it in an instant. We read less, we watched more, and so now in the present, if we could read less and just have the information literally given to us in a video, that would be better. And so TikTok is a great platform. People, all you have to do is literally watch. There's no more reading involved at this point. It's just sitting there and people are explaining what they do and the products that they have to you. So video has always been some of the biggest ways to promote yourself and your business. So TikTok is great. It's a little more hit and miss, less strategic than Facebook or Instagram or any of those social media platforms, but it's definitely an aid in getting your business promoted.
And it's interesting because now they have audiobooks, right? That actually read to you. You put it in your car. I know kids that go to school and they read their chapters in their car, and the book is actually talking to you. So it's changed our styles.
It's kind of hard to promote on TikTok because, like, if you own a bracelet business, if one is preferred over the thousands of others,
It's
and
based
if it's
on
more
like
popular,
it's based on an algorithm. So people, there's a saying that goes around like, oh, I'm on this TikTok or I'm on this TikTok. It's not like Instagram where you follow that person and they show up on your timeline. It's more curated towards the hashtags and the generalizations of what you follow and who you follow. And so just because you follow that individual doesn't mean that you'll ever see their videos again. The more you use TikTok, the more the content becomes curated to what you're watching.
Interesting.
So if you like a video that has a country song playing, people say over the weeks and the months, if you continue to see that pop up, eventually you'll be on like country TikTok or cooking TikTok. That's the thing. Or fashion TikTok.
it's very hard to make your business unique.
Right.
It's very
Because
hard
you're
to make yourself diverse.
You're stuck on the side of TikTok that your most liked and viewed videos that you've liked have brought you to.
Unless you diversify and just open it up the gamut.
Yeah.
You know, that happens because you ever buy something from anywhere or talk about
All you have
it,
to do is look for it.
and all of a sudden Facebook will send you all these ads about what you're
It's
looking
so
for.
creepy. You'll just like say something and all of a sudden it pops up.
Yep.
Creepy.
They're listening to you.
We had that box behind you, Echo, telling us, oh, you, because she cleans like a mad woman. It says, if you want cleaning materials, I'm like, are you serious? So don't tell me nobody's listening. And then the bottom line here is, suppose you got all these views. Does that translate into sales?
No, it does not translate into sales just because.
Well, it depends on how engaging your post is. If it's engaging, then they might tell somebody about it, and that might turn into sales. But it's
the
really a
keyword
hit
there
or a
is
miss.
might.
It does not.
Might.
Yeah, it does not directly translate into sales. Yes, it has to do with how well produced it is. It also has to do with plenty of other things. You know, like I was telling you, it's become quicker, right? So it takes less time for you to like the video than it does for you to comment, and it takes more time for you to buy the product than it does for you to comment. So there's 1,000 steps before you get to checkout that you have to take before you even the customer engages with that product of yours. So it does not directly translate.
That's interesting. Also, I wanted to ask you, like I said, I got 200 questions. You ever notice that on Facebook they put views and they put reach? Which is the more important number?
So it's all, the generalizing word for it is impressions. And so when you ever boost a post or you create an ad, you get impressions. And so you have to know what exactly that means. View is just they're on that Facebook video. So like, you know, if on our personal page we just posted a video, that would be the views. If you're reaching people, this is typically associated with if you boosted the post or if it was an ad of yours, then you've reached X amount of people through the money that you've funneled into that post.
And what if it's only organic and you're not posting?
The video is you just posted
Just organic.
Then it's typically somebody like stumbled across your video, or it's somebody that's not directly in your group of friends. So like if you make the post public, anybody can see it. So if it reached somebody, it's somebody that you don't have a direct relationship with.
Okay, so then getting back to Davey's point, if I have a large organic number of reach every day, is that more important than having people from your group that are watching you constantly over and over again because you want to make your reach big?
Well, I think that people who see you once and never again, but they're the ones that won't really engage. But see, my followers, most of them at least, if you don't post, I've done a couple of experiments, maybe like just once or twice, where I didn't post, and I still of course, I went a little bit lower, but I kept that steady like 1,000. I just kept that, and I was like, okay, and I kept on like seeing that no matter how much I engaged or didn't engage, my 1,000 would just stay. I mean, of course, like the 400 or 300 might have gone, but
They tell you that with every 10,000 followers that you have, 1,000 of them are true followers, and those
Yes.
1,000 followers are the best 1,000 people in the entire world, because they will reshare anything that you have. They'll comment on everything you have. They'll like the stuff that you have. They like you for your brand, and then
on Facebook, actually, it says fan. It says fan next to the
Yeah.
user, and it'll tell you if they're engaged and if they like your stuff and if they've been like a real one in a sense.
your die-hard first 1,000, fans who are there for you no matter what you post, those are the best followers. So while the numbers are great and, everyone's striving for the best numbers, for the best algorithm, it's still your core, 1,000 followers who will be there to support you through whatever.
But let me ask you, during your podcast, what would you tell someone in their teen years about starting a business? What would be your one tip of advice?
Well, I think, and this is just my perspective, I think social media, you can't have a good business without social media. Social media is helping a lot these days. It's helping so much. And if you want a good business and a sturdy, well-rounded business, you're going to need to post consistently, and you're going to need to post more information. When you get to like a certain level, like 1,000 followers, people already know what you're selling. People already know about you.
It's less
So you
selling and more explaining.
Yes, it's less selling and more explaining. And after you explain, you can start just to post people, and you can post people using your product. You can post recipes, like if you're me and selling spices, you can post recipes and stuff like that. People actually wanting your product and product.
Yeah, you move from buy my spice, this is what we're selling, X, Y, and Z. Then you slowly move into, this is what X, Y, and Z is made out of. This is how we do it. Sort of like
These are the people that use X, Y,
And
and
a business model has to incorporate social media is your top tip.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, for sure.
All right. And
Yeah.
how do they reach you? How do they find you, Davy?
Well, my mom, she's definitely a big help. She'll introduce me to her friends who already have heard about my spice, because she talks me up a lot. She's my number one fan. And they'll talk to me about my spices, and
Where
it's
can they find you on social media?
www.davymasala.shop, and Davy is spelled DEVI. And on there you'll see my Instagram and Facebook if you wanted to see more
How much
about
are your
me.
spices?
My chat masala is $5.01. The 1 cent is for good luck in India. And my chutney masala and sesame masala are $7.01.
Fantastic.
And then my aprons, which I recently put on, are $25.
What do your aprons say?
Habanero, pepper spray can't hurt me, and no chili against me shall prosper.
Very chilly word plays here on our aprons.
Very cool. And how do they find you, Lily?
I am on Instagram and Facebook at Elcana Productions LLC, and I also have a website, Elcana Productions LLC.
Wow. And you do website design also.
I was going to ask you, because before we get off the air, you have you heard that people are leaving Facebook for another platform? Starts with a P.
I think he needs Parlor. I think he needs his own session with you guys.
Parlor.
I downloaded it. So the thing that makes Parler different is people are getting really upset with censorship, right? And so that's a lot of what you were talking about with Instagram and Facebook pulling down people's music. And so it was really upsetting. People are mad that there's censorship. And so especially with the election coming up, it got really political. So they made Parler. Unfortunately, I don't think that it's in my opinion, I don't think it's going to be a safe platform at all. I think censorship, this is probably not so widely accepted mindset. Yeah. I think censorship is a good thing to an extent. And so to have a social media platform after a strongly aggressive election is going to be not a good idea. So I would probably stay off Parler until a few months pass. And like I said, Facebook is one of a kind. You don't have that connectivity on any other platform yet. I mean, you have groups, you have video chatting, you have personal pages, business pages.
Especially if you're a business, you don't want to mix your personal business with your actual business. You want to have your personal profile with your actual business, because people have their opinions, and you don't want that to affect your business.
Right.
Especially all the hard work and the time, the money that you've put into it. You don't want that all to be done just because you said, I like pizza better than French fries.
True that.
So.
Wow, a lot of great advice. More to come. You girls are amazing. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Wow, teampreneurs.
Good stuff.
Slick, you inspired?
Numbers on TikTok.
Yeah, but what, she got
makes me
10,000?
No, she makes me feel bad. Like,
Yeah, like
she always
10,000,
updates me.
10,000. Makes you
No,
feel
seriously,
bad.
this is how it started. It's like, Uncle, I have 500 followers. And then next week comes around, Uncle, I have 800 followers. Comes back, Uncle, I have 1,500 followers.
What's
I'm
she
like,
got
thank
now,
you.
Uncle?
I don't know, but she's
That's
gonna
because
know.
she's
She's gonna
cuter
come back.
than you.
Yeah, she is screwing with me. She is.
Didn't we meet somebody who had like 75,000 followers on
Mia.
Mia who?
Mia Bella. Bella Mia.
Casa Mia?
No, the other Mia with the hair.
Yeah, 75,000 or 85,000.
Yep.
That was nuts.
And that whole platform she's got going.
And it's funny because I'm always posting on the other platforms, right? I never believed in Facebook. Never did it. For 5 years until she came along and says, do you know this platform called Facebook? Because I was looking to sell product. And Facebook wants you to do it a certain way if you're going to do it that way. So I said, nah, I'm not interested. And her and my son got together, and they put this whole thing together, and now we've been on Facebook, 4 years?
Yeah. Yep.
And 35 pages later or something?
All right. We're going to do a commercial break. When we come back, we've got Jennifer Berkowitz joining us. Toxin-free beauty. All these toxins that are in your beauty products, a whole nother segment on living a
here
healthy
we
life.
go. Slay, you're going to like this because you kissed the lips of the toxic women.
So stay tuned.
Because women put on lipstick and it's toxic.
They've got a whole men's line, too.
Now they got a men's line.
We'll be right back.
Kids for Kids Ministry. The vision is to see children in Haiti emerge from extreme poverty into an extraordinary destiny in Christ. The problem is the orphans in Haiti lack clean water to drink and food sustainability. These children need art-integrated education, medical needs, shoes, clothes, a lunch program, and teacher salary aid. The mission is to sponsor local leaders in Haiti to support them in the care of orphans and vulnerable children. In January of 2020, Kids for Kids traveled to Haiti to visit the orphans at their home and at their school. The school has now grown to 30 children attending daily classes, but there are many things to improve upon. To help us or to donate, contact Patty Paget at Kids for Kids Ministry, 561-876-1710. That's Kids for Kids Ministry at 561-876-1710.
Healing Moments Wellness Boutique specializes in integrating scientific and ancient therapies to relieve physical, emotional, and psychological distress. Through the power of touch, coaching, and meditation, clients experience pain relief, relaxation, healing, and detoxification. Contact Healing Moments Wellness Boutique at 561-931-2187 and experience Boca Raton's Healing Haven. Enjoy the benefits of an individualized treatment plan to help find your feelings of peace, complete balance, and wellness. Call Healing Moments today, 561-931-2187, and be rejuvenated.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And I love it that we're back, and Freddie's not even back yet, but thanks all for playing that. Thank you, girls, so much. It was a pleasure to meet you. More to come, our Teenpreneur segment. It's incredible that our youth are creating businesses and platforms and thriving in this time when people can't. All about repositioning, pivoting, figuring it out, and growing your business. There are ways to do it, and we can get you in contact with these young ladies as well for spices and cooking, social media, and all different kinds of network growth. So thank you so much.
Thanks for having us. Thank you for having us.
And now we're going into our Toxin-Free Thursday. All of these toxins, there's so many environmental toxins that are affecting us, things that you don't even realize that are making us sick in foods, in makeup. Are you not joining me on set today? I know, they started the show without you. I do not know why. Valerie?
Because you have a time limit. I'm sorry.
Valerie's like, I'm sorry.
Don't say sorry, Val. You have a time limit.
Are you coming to join me on set or no?
I'm calling my union rep.
I don't know why she started without you.
Union rep. I'm going to call my union rep. You should have. I'm going to call my union rep because obviously I'm not on set. And obviously the show goes on.
Yeah, of course.
You coming on set?
Yeah.
But you love this line, and I'm going to bring Jennifer Berkowitz over. I've never met Jennifer in person. I've only spoken to her, and there she is. How you doing, Jennifer? I know.
Hi, guys.
Jennifer, I'm sorry. I was talking to my union rep. They started the show without me.
I know. I saw you. What's up with that?
She's playing the rejoiner, and I'm thinking, I know she sees you're not on set.
She don't say. She says, I didn't know you were in the back.
And you were right behind her.
I tripped over the. I was standing right next to her. How could she not know I wasn't on set? Anyway, Jennifer, how are you?
I am good. How are you guys?
We're doing great. Jennifer is actually in Delray Beach, but we're doing this virtually because of what we're going through.
And what are we talking about? Toxin-free beauty. Talk to me about the toxin-free.
So here's the amazing thing about Jennifer. You know, I was home for a few days for the High Holy Days, and everything was online. So all the honors, we call them aliyahs, where you're called traditionally up to the ark, and you open the Torah and you do blessings. That didn't happen this year because it was all done virtually. But yet it did because people did it from home. So I'm watching services, and Jennifer and her husband come on, and she's absolutely magnificent and camera professional and this incredible camera presence. I've never met this woman before.
Wait a minute. Where did she come on at?
On our temple services.
Oh, so you have a temple channel?
It was on streaming, yes.
You have a temple channel?
It was a temple channel. So I'm watching her and her husband do this aliyah, this honor, and I'm Facebook messaging her at the same time. And Chelsea
While
says...
she's on the air?
Yes. Chelsea goes, Mom, you can't do that.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Well, because it was pre-recorded. So I knew it was pre-recorded.
How did you know that?
Because it was from the next day. Anyway, I'm messaging her going, you are unbelievable. You've got this great camera presence. I just want to introduce myself. And then we started having a little chat, and here she is.
Wow.
I know. She goes, Mom, you're working? I go, it's not that I'm working. This woman is beautiful, and she's got command and presence, and here she is.
You're too sweet.
How
I don't
are
have
you?
a wand like Edie, though. That's pretty cool.
We have a collection.
I'll
This
give
set has a
you
collection.
can have a wand and you can have a finger. You know what this is
A
for?
virtual one.
When they tell me, shh.
One day, you will have to have you in, because right now, actually, we don't have anyone. We got our crew here, but there's no other guests in the studio.
Yes.
But
Well, we'll definitely make a date of that.
yeah, absolutely. So tell us about your background and then how you got into toxin-free beauty.
Sure. So it's funny. My background is actually quite different than, and I have to use my glasses because I'm realizing that it's hard for me to see you guys. So my background actually is that I am a ex-tech CEO. I had started an online data backup and recovery company about 18 years ago. It was in Manhattan. I had scaled it up. It was a pretty large company, successful, thankfully, God bless, that I ended up scaling up and selling in 2014 to a publicly traded company in California. And then I moved down to South Florida. I so-called retired. However, I think we'll need to reclassify what retirement is. Financial retirement's great. The other part of retirement is the worst. I got really depressed actually because I didn't know what to do with my life. I mean, I was having a good time with my little ones, but I felt very unfulfilled outside of that. And so I started to do some coaching with other CEOs, helping them scale up their operations. And I'm actually having a blast with it because I really believe that what led to my success in my tech company was having amazing coaches and leveraging this methodology called scaling up, which helps you scale up your company. And so now today, I just work with a handful of mid-market CEOs, helping them scale up. Average company size is probably about 60 million in revenue, and they're all trying to 10x themselves. It's a lot of fun. But in the meantime, and I do a lot of other things. I volunteer. I play a lot of tennis, as you can see from my necklace. So that's my life. That's who I am in a nutshell, and I'm having a ball doing it. I have two delicious young boys, 6 and 10. I have an amazing husband named Brad, who Dawn, you got to virtually meet on the
Right.
So that's who I am in terms of my background. How the heck I got into this whole beauty movement is a different conversation, which I'll explain. What happened is I've been very sick. Which is one of the reasons why we're not physically together right now, is I've been suffering for many years with horrible, horrible issues. I have Lyme disease. I have Hashimoto's. I have trigeminal neuralgia. Half my vocal cords are paralyzed. I'm a mess. At one point in time, I was actually blind and bedridden a few years ago. And thankfully, thanks to doctors, I've gotten a lot better. During this pandemic, my sister's daughter, my niece, who has also Hashimoto's, type 1 diabetes, and celiac, she just turned 14 and she wanted to start wearing makeup. And so my sister, the endocrinologist, said to my sister, look, Meredith, you need to find clean skincare and beauty for Lauren, because I didn't even know this. A lot of products today actually have gluten in it. And so she said, the endocrinologist said, look, you got to find clean products. So Meredith calls me up. Meredith and I talk all the time. She says, I got to go find clean stuff. I'm like, Meredith, if it says natural on the bottle, doesn't that mean that it's clean? Like, I didn't know. Oh my gosh, you guys. So once Meredith and I started going down this path and doing research, we were mortified. Do you realize, to give you an idea, and Dawn may know this because I may have shared this with her, the last time the beauty industry has updated their regulations, what year it was, just take a wild guess what you think it is. What year the last time the industry has updated their regulations? And I'm talking like makeup, skincare, shampoos, that industry.
1932.
You were very close. 1938.
Damn, it looked like a 2 to me. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So 1938 was the last time this industry has updated their regulations, which basically is meaning to all of us that all of the products that are on our shelves today, everything that we're using on our faces, our bodies, there's thousands of chemicals in there that haven't even been tested for safety. And the United States only bans 30 right now.
Okay, hold on, Jennifer. Hold on a second. Number one, why is there thousands of chemicals in face products?
That's a big question that we have to ask the beauty industry.
So
that's the problem.
Are they using products to dump chemicals? Is that what they're doing?
Mm-hmm.
To make a better smell, right? You want it to smell good and all these other things that you think are better, but yet, and it's one thing to, and here's what's so interesting, and Jennifer, I want you to get into. It's not that you just put it on your face and, oh, it's just your face. Your skin is your largest organ in your body, and everything you put on your skin is absorbed through your entire body.
That's right.
That's exactly it. And it takes 26 seconds for all these chemicals to absorb. So when you see products on your bottle, like ingredients, like fragrance, like what Dawn's talking about, right? Because you want things to smell nice. So you see the word fragrance and you think, oh, it's fragrance. That's no problem. Fragrance is a code word in the industry for basically, it's a code word for them to put thousands of junk, chemicals, petroleum products, I mean, just junk into your products, and it's okay because it's not regulated. And that's a huge issue that it's allowed. And that is why, I started to think about this, and 1 out of 3 women by the age of 30 have an autoimmune issue. Why is that? Why is it that women are constantly dealing with so many health issues, fibromyalgia, all these words that you're hearing about today that we haven't heard of, many, many years ago? And I have to believe it has to do with the chemicals that we are absorbing every day. In fact, they're saying now that about 168 chemicals we are absorbing in our skin daily, and we're probably absorbing about 5 pounds of toxic chemicals into our body every year, which, there's this concept called body burden. And what this concept is your body basically is absorbing all of these chemicals, whether it's environmental, whether it's from the products we're absorbing, whether it's the foods we're eating. It's all causing body burden. And what happens is that after a certain period of time, your body says, you know what? I've had enough. There's too much burden going on in my body, and that's when diseases start. And so I'm starting to realize all this. In fact, now here's another crazy statistic. Ready for this one? 1 out of 8 women now today in their lifetime are getting breast cancer. And out of the 1 out of 8 women, 90% of these patients don't even have a history of breast cancer, don't even have the BRCA gene. So what's going on? We have to start questioning what's happening in the industry. And we're being what we call greenwashed, which means that you're seeing products on the shelves that are saying, oh, natural, good for you, clean, organic. Organic just means that if it's 1% organic, 99% pesticides, you can call it organic because there's no regulation against it.
You can call it anything you want. It's interesting you say that, and I make a big joke about it, that men are actually absorbing women's lipstick when they kiss them. That's
Yes.
number one. Also, I read something that women put their makeup on in the car. And it's sort of, if you were to take a rag and clean your car, watch what you come up with. The inhaling of it, children, men, anybody in that car becomes susceptible to everything that women are putting on in their bodies. And I also read that the cheaper the cosmetic, in terms of money, the more stuff it has in it. Did you know that?
No, actually, that's incorrect. I'm finding that a lot of the department stores, which is what I've been using, is so toxic. In fact, there's some really good apps out there, free apps that you can download. Like there's an app called Think Dirty. You can look on the Environmental Working Group website. There's a number of places that you can go look to see the toxicity level of your products. Oh my gosh, you guys, the toxicity level on my Mac, my Urban Decay, my Lancome, it was causing like problems, disrupting my endocrine system, disrupting my central nervous system, fertility. It was causing hormonal issues. We're like slathering stuff that's literally causing imbalances into our system.
And we're doing this by choice. No one's saying, oh, here, do this. We're not even spraying the environment. We actively go out, we buy it ourselves because the commercials and marketing is so great, and you think the more expensive, the better. So we're buying it, we're engaging in it, and we're using it. And as the day goes on, you're layering more and more and more.
Now, is this defined only to makeup or shampoos, conditioner?
Yeah, shampoos, soaps,
the bubble stuff in the tub.
Everything. So, you hear about like paraben-free shampoo. They have already proven that parabens have been found in breast cancer tissue. Now, I'm just talking about women in this particular context, but yes, it affects men and women. Deodorant, the aluminum that's being absorbed into your system because they primarily use aluminum as a fundamental ingredient to use for deodorant. There are the great news right now is that there actually are other options out there that you can use for deodorant, for shampoo, for soaps. I mean, I couldn't even believe the shampoo and the soap I was using on my boys. Here I am thinking it's clean and free and whatever. And meanwhile, it was so toxic. So I've been on this crazy rant right now, slowly going through my entire house and cleaning everything up and going truly clean and becoming an expert in ingredients. And I think that's the key that we have to start learning. It's no longer that we can trust these companies to tell us that it's clean. We actually need to become ingredient gurus and really understand when we see words like talc, when we see words like the parabens or phenoxyethanol, or I could give you a laundry list. But when we see that, we have to be careful to say, you know what? Like the running joke is if you see the word fragrance, I tell my friends, drop the product and run. Just run. Get away from it because it's so toxic.
So because of you, I just ordered the Daylight. So I just used that for the first time, and I changed up to the 2.75. So Jennifer, as we're having this whole conversation, she invites people to this toxin-free beauty webinar. So I go, okay, and I log in, and she uses an incredible, I want to go to commercial break, because then when I come back, I want you to talk about the line of products that you're using that I've been using for years, and you know which products they are, and how important they are, and now they have a special surprise for you. So let's take a commercial break. When we come back, Jennifer's going to share her little hack on how to really stay with what you like to do with makeup, with skincare, but in a healthy, non-toxic way. Slick, you're going to like this also. Yes. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. And I hear going, ah.
At Carmen Care Advanced Laser Therapy, our professional team specializes in finding the best alternative laser therapy treatments for your painful conditions. Do you suffer with chronic pain, a post-traumatic injury, or simply looking for the benefits of cell rejuvenation to the skin? Schedule a consultation today to understand how photobiomodulation can help reduce your symptoms, reduce or even eliminate pain. Give us a call today, 561-405-9577. We focus on treating you who has a disease, not a disease that defines who you are. Contact Carmen Care Laser Therapy today, 561-405-9577 or CarmenCareLaser.com.
Introducing Black Tie Liquors, your one-stop shop for wine and spirit needs. Whether you're looking for an ice-cold pack of summer brews or just to grab your favorite bottle of Scotch whiskey, Black Tie Liquors has you covered. Come choose from a wide selection of beers, wines, spirits, or liqueurs. Or if you're in the mood, feel free to grab one of our fresh cigars. Stop by Black Tie Liquors today, located on 5970 South Jog Road, Lake Worth, Florida. Or give them a call at 561-968-0988.
Welcome to your vacation staycation. And what better way to kick back than to blend up a sweet pina colada, a smooth mojito, or just a nice stiff rum and coke. If you want true relaxation and enjoyment, then you want Gubba Rum. Gubba Rum is a unique rum infusion. Gubba Silver Rum is infused with real shredded coconut, and Gubba Rum Gold is infused with real shredded vanilla bean. Both are made with certified organic ingredients. Each infused Gubba Rum is 35% ABV, 70 proof, and as we say in Boston, wicked smooth. So if you're looking for the best combination of taste, smoothness, quality, and price, your clear choice is Gubba Rum. If you want that wicked smooth taste for yourself or your vacation staycation, visit GubbaRum.com to find your closest liquor store that carries Gubba Rum Gold and Gubba Rum Silver. Gubba Rum, it's wicked smooth.
Let's all welcome a new sponsor to the show. It's AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet TV radio production company, discover AMP2 TV, a full-service production company that can provide all streaming videos in studio or remotely. They offer web page development, and they use all the latest platforms to help make all your business selling points more powerful. They can do remotes or live radio streaming as well as tape productions for social media platforms and television. AMP2 TV can handle all of your television needs, including closed caption for a perfect on-air telecast. Choose from a variety of creative TV and radio packages or visit one of their many studios to get your creative juices flowing. Come and see why AMP2 TV works with many major companies, including Comcast, Bravo, and Fox 29, as well as individuals and businesses of all types and sizes. To see samples of their work or to find out more, visit their website at amp2.tv. That's AMP2.tv. Or call them at 866-224-5422. Feel free to call for a quote or just a consult of how to put your business on a social media platform or radio platform, or just doing a show that is covered by all platforms. Call 866-224-5422 and make an appointment. That's 866-224-5422.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Hey, I gotta get a new bell.
You need a new bell?
Yeah, I don't like that bell. It's been 5 years. You think I could get it? You think after 5 years in this business?
You know, it's a different ring. Every bell has a different sound. To whom the bell tolls.
Jesus, I need a new bell.
Oh, jeez. And we're back on our Toxin-Free Thursday at the Brooklyn Cafe Show. We've got Jennifer Berkowitz joining us, and her story. I mean, I actually introduced Jennifer to Leslie Carmen.
What the hell is that?
That would be my little chime.
Oh, no, that's the one you use when you want something.
My dinner bell.
Nah, I gotta get a real bell. I gotta get like
You need a gong?
Like something for Notre Dame, a big bell. Now, during commercial break, Jennifer, I was talking about a company that we had on. No, we gotta get a real bell. That's a cowbell. A gong.
A gong.
A gong. During the commercial break, we were talking about a company that I think it was 3 years ago came on and was phenomenal. And other people that came on the show that do this kind of business in front of cameras, they use it because it changed their complexion. And I was amazed at how freaking wonderful this thing was. And she tells me, it was called Crunchy, and she tells me you sell Crunchy. I didn't even know that.
It's amazing. I literally fell in love. I could not get over how much my skin, just the appearance of my skin changed. And more importantly for me, I was struggling. So back, during the pandemic, one of the challenges I always had is that my skin, my eyes would burn with all of the makeup on my face and my eyes. And I know a lot of women get challenged by this where, as soon as we finish work, we literally just want to wash off our faces as fast as possible because our eyes would be like water and be just horrible. And so when I started using these products for the first time, I didn't have any pain. In fact, it felt so good. It actually felt like I wasn't even wearing makeup, but the coverage was incredible. And I always thought it was me. I always thought it was my problem as to why I always had problems with my skin. And it turned out it was because I was using toxic ingredients. It was the toxins that caused all my problems.
Wow.
And yeah, it was a game changer.
And are you still using Crunchy?
I still use Crunchy, and they actually have expanded it. I use the 2.5, but I just got the 2.75 in because you told me there's this new color, and I thought, you're a little tanner than me, but maybe I'm going to try it because I was mixing the 2.5 and the 3.
Yeah, try to. That's what I use 2.75, and it's like the perfect color for me.
So I ordered that to try that. I ordered the Daylight, but for so long we always talk about women in makeup and the lipstick and everything we put on our faces. And Freddie kept saying, but what about the men? What about the men? Why should, what can we use? And Jennifer has so much education about this on their skincare line. I think you must have a box.
What do you have for men, Jennifer?
I'm sorry?
What do you have for men?
So it's funny, I actually have a lot of male friends using it. In fact, my husband and my 2 young boys use these. So this is our charcoal facial soap. This actually lasts about 6 months. We call this magic soap. It's probably the biggest bestseller because it's like, you lather with it. It's regular facial soap, but it pulls all the junk out of your skin. It makes you feel so good. It smells amazing. This is a huge thing for men and women. I mean, this is what I use every day. For people who have really bad, really sensitive skin, I would say go with the gentle soap because this is made out of colloidal oatmeal. But this pretty much, 99% of the public use this. My 6-year-old, my 10-year-old uses it. In fact, when I first started using it, my 10-year-old was dealing with pre-puberty acne. Pretty gross. It was like the whiteheads and the red dots. I gave him this soap, and within about a week or so, everything cleared up. There was no more appearance of acne. I didn't tell my husband about it. He's like, one day he goes, "What happened to Ryan's face?" I'm like, "It's his throat." My husband doesn't even get any breakouts anymore. He's obsessed with these things. The body soap, and this lasts about 6 months, by the way.
Wow.
That's Jennifer. That's for the face or the body or both.
This is the face. This is the body soap. There's two different ones. This is the body. This is the face.
Okay.
And the body soap, again, it's active charcoal. It pulls, and it just feels so good. And what's even a better feeling is knowing that you're not burdening your body anymore. Something so simple can make such huge impacts, because I don't think people are realizing that soap and shampoos and everything, how much chemical you're absorbing, and just limiting it is huge impacts to your body. So, and even my 10-year-old uses, this is called Clairlight. This is a facial essence. This is what you use after you wash your face. You just basically put a little bit on an organic cotton pad and wipe your face with it. It's not a toner and it's not a serum. It's kind of like a mix of both. It exfoliates your skin. It helps with fine lines and wrinkles, but it actually puts back nourishing ingredients back onto your skin. So this is like my new BFF in the bathroom. And a lot of men use this too. Like I said, my 10-year-old uses it. But this is like the big win for men.
Now, those two are charcoal?
They're charcoal. In fact, I know a lot of people that use this for shampoo.
Yeah, that was my third question.
Yeah, I've tried it for my own hair. I'll be honest, my hair, a lot of people love it. I haven't switched over to a toxin-free shampoo yet. It works nicely on hair, but I prefer it for just my body.
Now, it's interesting because
I like the conditioner.
I like the facial thing and use it for shampoo. Now, Slick, do you like charcoal? There's some people that are kind of funky when you use a charcoal brand on your face. You do? Have you ever used that kind of brand in the past?
Correct, yeah. For soap, yeah.
And also, does it smell good, Jennifer? Because a lot of charcoal products, a lot of charcoal. You remember the one they used to use for dandruff? It was full of charcoal.
Oh,
Head and Shoulders?
No, Head and Shoulders.
Selsun Blue?
Selsun Blue?
Yes. Oh my God, it smelled like
This smells amazing. No, actually, I can't even describe how good this smells. It's got lemon tea tree oil in it. It's got a nice scent. It's really soothing.
Because the daylight smells like orange, smells like citrus. The products are amazing. And here's the thing I want people to realize is you may not even realize the effects that the toxins are having on your body until it's almost like you're too late. You don't realize what you eat sometimes may cause diabetes until many years down the line. And we've talked,
Exactly.
I have Hashimoto's and different arthralgias and different things. But my mother was in the beauty business growing up, right? So the more hair color and the highlights and makeup, we didn't know it then.
You know.
And this way, even to tell me to stop, I'm not going to stop using it.
Yeah, but the hair coloring, I show you that thing that they showed, has been known to create migraines.
But there is an alternative, which I love.
There's a lot of alternatives in everything. In fact, this is actually on my desk right now. This is not involved with Crunchy, but this is Sally Hansen. This is, I don't know if you can even see it. This is their pure nail polish line. It's void of 16 chemicals. It works awesome. I don't really love the colors that they have, but there's a lot of options out there. There's a lot of deodorants out there. In terms of shampoos, InnerSense is a very popular one. In fact, I'm trying that one next. There's a Cure. They're out there. In fact, I've actually created what I call a safe swap list that I'm working on in my face. I created like a private Facebook group with everyone. Anyone who wants to join, it's called Let's Get Clean Group with Jen. All about I'm doing a ton of research on all of the products out there, what's actually clean, what's not, so that you can actually make some safe choices. The reason why I love Crunchy so much is because of a few things. One is it's completely 100% toxin free, like no harsh chemicals whatsoever, everything clean. Second, it's high performance. It works equal, if not better, than all of my department store cosmetics. And third, which I also think is really important, is that it also is eco-conscious. So for example, this happens to be my lipstick, right? This is made out of cardboard packaging. How crazy is this?
Wow.
Everything is self-sustainable. So everything like this, glass, so that it's completely recyclable. They will not produce anything. In fact, this is This is an eyeshadow palette, all cardboard packaging. Everything, in fact, this is funny. This is my translucent powder. It's plants, made out of plants. It
Which
looks
I
like
never
plastic.
knew. I always thought it was plastic. I have it. I keep a whole nother stash of everything in my back green room there. I've got one of those. I never realized that wasn't plastic.
It's made of plants. Yeah, no, it's plants. And that's why I'm so obsessed. And what I like, so not only is it all the above, but it's also a mid price point. So it's less expensive than a department store product. And it's actually plastic positive because this company also spends a lot of money towards companies that are cleaning up the oceans of all the plastic. So this is just an incredible company founded by two women. And so when I had heard about it, started using it, I became so obsessed that I decided I wanted to become an advocate because I knew my voice was big. And if I could get my friends involved and have them go out and educate people on the dangers of all these toxins out there, then maybe we can make a difference in the world. And we are. I'm doing a lot of workshops. I'm educating people, and slowly everyone's starting to switch over their products, and they're actually so grateful because they actually are happier with these products anyways because they perform better.
They do.
So it's a win-win.
Right.
The foundation is spectacular, and what we used to say because we did a show with my advocate. I haven't seen her in a while. It was for moms to models. Because you can do one sweep of the foundation and go about and go play tennis, right? Because it's got SPF. Or you can put a couple layers like I do and know I'm camera ready all day long. And until 8 o'clock tonight. The only thing I'm missing though, Jennifer, is a makeup remover. An eye makeup remover. When they come out with that.
I have a great solution to that. There's something called the makeup eraser. You can get it on Amazon. It's like, I think it's like $18 or something. It's like a big pink cloth. And you throw it in the washing machine. It's awesome. And you wipe it with water. It's a cloth you wipe with water. Now, what I also do is I wash off my my makeup with this as well. And this is a great beauty hack. You can clean your makeup brushes with this toxin free. You just basically take your makeup brushes and clean against it.
Which one is that?
This is the Gentle Bar. You can do it with the charcoal tool too. It just so happens that I keep this in my shower and this at my sink. That's just what I do.
That's incredible.
And I use this one for cleaning all my makeup brushes.
And the brushes are great. It's such a fantastic line. I know. This is what happens to him.
I've had my makeup on since for how many hours now? 7 hours, and it still looks perfect.
It looks incredible. How do people contact you to get more information? Maybe we can put something together on toxin free. I know you do toxin free Tuesdays also.
Yeah, I in my private Facebook group, it's called Let's Get Clean Group with Jen, which I'm actually in the process of changing the name, but stay tuned with that. But in the meantime, every Tuesday I will do research on a particular ingredient, and I will do a ton of research on it for the group because I want it. My whole purpose in life is I want to educate. I want to help others. I want to make sure that we're living the healthiest, cleanest, happiest, most successful lives we can. And so I created this group. We have almost 400 members, I think now. I just started it a few months ago. I really enjoy it. And we do a lot of fun things. We do raffles, challenges. We do a lot of fun things. But yeah, every Tuesday we do a Toxic Tuesday post. So that's one way to reach me is Let's Get Clean Group with Jen. Another way to reach me is on Facebook. Jennifer Berkowitz on Facebook is another way you can reach me. Yeah.
And if anyone's interested in joining Jen in a business, she's got that going also.
Yeah, so I've had a lot of success in my past life. I just started this getting involved, and I've already hit top rank in the company already in terms of volume and whatnot. I'm all about mentoring others. So every Tuesday night, actually, I do a whole mentoring session with the team. I am obsessed with seeing everyone be uber successful at this. So if anyone is interested in a side hustle that could potentially turn into a full-time gig, because trust me, this business is exploding, I would love the opportunity to have a conversation with you about it.
It also, young ladies are beginning to put on makeup earlier. Like this is a good reason just for that alone is to get involved with Crunchy. We used to have a bag. And we used to move the bag and it used to go crunch, 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 remember?
Yes, I remember.
And I was amazed by it because not only did she use it, but people in the industry that we put in front of cameras were using it, like Karen Turk and them.
Yep.
And
yeah, I have a friend who's a news reporter in Texas. She uses it. She's an anchor.
But what a
she only
difference.
Crunchy. I'm sorry?
What a difference. You can see when you're doing production work, when you're doing camera work, you can see the difference.
Yeah.
They felt better
Yeah.
about themselves, which is really great. And they were helping themselves. But with kids nowadays, like you had the young ladies here today, and I noticed that she was wearing makeup. I don't know if the young girl had it on. But as they're getting younger, this is a good step to take because, you know, you're going to do something. You want to do it smartly, and this is Crunchy smart.
It's all about the education at a younger age.
It is. And it's like what you said, Freddie, you know, with things like lipstick, I mean, the amount of lead and horrible toxic ingredients that are in it today, it's scary. And you're right, men are absorbing it. But guess what also is happening? When you have a baby, your baby is kissing your face. My dog loves to lick me. What is he doing? You know, think about what's being transferred if you're using toxic stuff. You know, whatever things that you can do, even making just one change could be so significant with your body. You know, again, it's so simple today. It's not, you know, the options are there. You know, and that's what's so great. It's like with celiac years ago, there was nothing gluten-free in the market, and now you can see 1,000 gluten-free products out there, right? So it's just it's about making better choices, because here's the thing: when we know better, we can make better choices, and there's no reason to compromise on, you know, health for beauty or beauty for health. It's just like we need to make better choices.
It's easy and it's online. They ship it to you. You have it within 2 days. It's all environmentally friendly packaging. It's in paper. It's in cardboard. You have it.
Totally.
You don't miss a beat.
It's a good choice from beginning to end. That's what you got to say.
It
I mean, it
really
really
is.
is.
So, Jennifer, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys, and I thank you guys for taking care of our community and doing all this. This is fabulous. Thank you.
I look forward to meeting you in person.
I look forward to it too. Thank you guys.
Bye-bye.
Good. Interesting stuff. I remember when Crunchy first came on, it blew
And
me
I laughed.
away.
I'm like, what's that name? What is that stuff?
But it blew me away because certain people that started using it, and they would come on the set. And remember, I said, "Wow, what did you do?" And I remember when you started using it, I says you changed your makeup.
Yep.
And you can actually see the difference. It has a healthier, radiant look. That's why I want to see if Slick wears it, if he's going to be radiant. You ready to be radiant?
I'll wear a cleanser, okay? I wouldn't wear like.
I'm going to get
Yeah,
you the
I
bar.
wouldn't.
If you want it, I'll get it for you.
I would definitely use
I'll
it.
order one for you.
You would you use it?
Yeah, I would use it. I use Fenty.
That's right. You
Not
can use a whole
now,
men's
but I
line.
use
What do you
Fenty.
use?
Fenty is made by Rihanna. She made a men's line.
Venti.
Fenty. Fenty.
Oh,
Fenty.
you use all that?
Yeah.
Do you?
She just started a men's line, so.
Oh, really?
And I'm gonna get her boxers. She started.
Does it
men's
make
boxers.
you feel manly?
You're getting her
I
boxers?
mean,
Is that
it's
what you
something
said?
about
He's got
Rihanna. She
Beyonce's
knows.
boxers.
She knows how to sell it correctly.
You're getting Rihanna's boxers?
Yeah, she has boxers now. Like, if you guys have Amazon Prime, you should watch her Fenty shows. Rihanna knows how to present.
Brianna, the female.
Rihanna, yeah,
So a female is making boxes, and you're gonna get them.
most definitely.
Rihanna.
It's Rihanna. Why not?
It's like a man making panties.
She
Oh,
is
yeah, they
like
do
she
that.
started off as a singer, but I feel like she's more of a, I'll say, fashion icon. Everything. She's like.
Did you ever find it weird that
Yeah.
men create bras and panties for women? We don't even have them.
Not that weird.
Uncomfortable than like the plain ones that women create for women.
That's what I'm saying.
Look,
But that's all. Remember the
we're in the
Playtex-
wrong field.
You
We
remember
shouldn't be
the
creating
Cross
that.
Your Heart Playtex bra? I'll never forget that commercial. You guys know that commercial? No. There used to be a bra called Playtex. Cross Your Heart Playtex bra.
Val, come out. I got to ask our bra expert, or take a mic.
Oh, that's right. She's the bra guru.
How the bra even came to be. It was like this crazy weird story on how the first bra was even ever created. I don't know. Oh, she's getting lunch? Oh, an Amazon package. I don't think I ordered anything else. I could
I
have.
did.
Oh.
I got my packages.
Teddy, what kind of line do you use for cosmetics? Holy smoke.
Yes.
What'd you get?
I got stuff.
I see that.
Merry Christmas.
Wow, Merry Christmas.
I got condoms for the mics.
Oh, the
I
mic
got-
condoms.
I got all
Why?
sorts of
Why?
stuff.
Just
Teddy, what do
mic-
you use on your skin? What line?
for skincare, I don't know. I use a whole bunch of stuff for everything at this point. It's kind of what looks good because everything mixes with your skin chemistry so differently.
What do you do when you do your eyes? What the hell is that?
Eyeliner.
It's not only eyeliner.
eyeliner.
You do. No, it's
Yeah,
not.
I mean, yeah.
Impossible. You look like a whole different person.
I do, like foundation, concealer. You do your eyebrows, your eyeshadow, your eyeliner.
And you always make them come out
mascara.
that way, and sometimes they're different colors.
Yeah.
That's
magic
eyeshadow.
of makeup.
And actually, it also, you do something with your hair when you do that. You don't look like Jesus.
You don't look like Jesus.
But you do.
I'm telling you, you blew me away on Monday. I says, wow, she's
Thank
taking
you.
Teddy to a whole nother level.
I had to look good that day.
She looks amazing.
Here,
So
I'm
tell us,
good.
bra specialist.
What?
Do you remember the Cross Your Heart Playtex bra?
No.
Really? Wow, you guys are young. They used to be in the back, straps going this way. This was in the day before, I mean, you guys see this every day now, right?
What?
In the day, they were
the
this
cross?
way. Yeah, the
Oh,
crossbacks.
nowadays most bras are regular
This way.
strap. Yeah, like I can't do it with a mic. Straight up and down, but majority of bras, at least between Victoria's Secret and Pink, you can the back of the straps move, so you can make a cross.
Well, in the day, they did this Cross Your Heart. Playtex came out with it to give a little up and comfort. You see, I had a sister, right? And she bought this. She says, oh my God. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with you? But I guess there's a difference.
It is,
Yeah.
and it isn't.
Yeah.
It
I feel
isn't,
like
it isn't.
today there's
Yeah.
so much, like every bra is a push-up bra, and there's wire, and there's padding.
And there's water,
And there's,
or there's gel, or there's all kinds of
There's-
stuff that lifts and tucks.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember when Victoria's Secret first came out with the gel bra? Or
That
the
was a
water
thing.
bra?
The water bra.
The water bra. I was coaching the Condors in New York, and this mother bought it, and they were very expensive. They were like $100, right? And she comes in, and she's walking like a peacock. You know how the peacock works? So I said to her, "Are you okay?" She says, "What do you think?" And I said, "What do I think about what?" And she says, "I got the new Victoria." And she goes on, and all the parents are like, I'll never forget this. I call all the kids over. I says, "Come here." And she says, "And this lifts, and you got to get this. It's fantastic." But it was full of gel. So, of course, you know how the guys are, the fathers. Well, can we squeeze to see if it's... No, you can't squeeze. Everybody go back away. But I remember when that first came out. What's the latest and greatest in the bra industry?
I think
So not that I work there, but Victoria's Secret, I think the latest and greatest is they've been advertising this wireless push-up, and then they have an illusion bra, which
What is
does-
an illusion bra?
I don't know I have one, and it's basically
It's like
Hi, Echo.
it's like the Emperor's New Clothes. There's nothing really there.
Wait a minute. You bought an empty box? Is that the illusion?
no.
Okay, what is an illusion bra? If
I
you
think
have
it's
one.
I think it's just like the structure of the way it's made, the material. It's really soft, and it's got like a thick. The wire's kind of thick. It doesn't actually feel like a wire, but there's a wire there.
There is a wire.
There is a wire, but there's so much like fabric on it that it's soft. It feels like a wireless, but it's a wire.
I think it's the bombshell. I still think that's the big
What's a
thing.
bombshell?
Bombshell is very big. It's a push-up bra,
Bombshell is
basically.
what Kylie Jenner wears, and it's this like huge push-up bra that gives you like 2 cup sizes instantly. And Kylie Jenner came out that she wore, and she did a video of like her with it on and then taking it off, and it was hilarious. It's like Kardashian to normal person.
Yeah.
It's my
No,
favorite thing.
the bombshell is like a super double push-up, super push-up.
Well,
is
here's
what
the
it's called.
funny thing about it.
Super
You
push-up,
take,
super
by the time you take out your hair extensions, and you take off your lashes,
Yeah.
and you take off your push-up bra, and you take off your Spanx,
Yeah.
and you take off your makeup, you're like a totally different person.
I know. Guys complain about this all the time.
I always think like what it is before I get dressed to where it is when I walk out the
And
door.
I have to make it official. Slick complains that this material, this wire in bras is not very healthy for men. Not very
I
healthy.
have to
why
deal
is
with
that?
it though. I never said that. I
and
never
I'm sure
said
Slick
that.
didn't say that. I'm
No,
sure
he
you
said,
in
he said,
front
he
of
says,
it.
you know, when you're getting busy and then all
Never
of a sudden you
said
go to the
that.
hospital with a wire between your and your wrist.
Well,
You know,
that has more to do of the wearer than like cancer, because like your bra, if your wire's poking out, it should not.
Yes, women wear poke out bras.
It-
They
they
need to
should
go to
not.
a bra specialist and get a new one.
I am amazed at the amount of times I have had people come up to me and be like, my bra's just so uncomfortable, I think I need a new size. They need the same size, but it's like so a normal bra is like a wide U. When their bra is like a V, that's not good.
She loves what she does.
No, it's not good. And we are complaining because Slick was telling me, this is no good because I got to go to the hospital to get more stitches. And he's like, poked out.
So 9 out of 10 times, if the bra's like that, it's because they're putting it in the dryer, and you should not put your bra in the dryer.
Slick, tell him, don't put your bra in there.
I'll tell him that next time.
Can you imagine? Ow! Why
Yeah,
did
and
you
I go to
put
the
your
emergency
bra
room
in
or
the
urgent
dryer?
care at 1 a.m. because I got a wire stuck in me. Yeah.
It's very
I'll tell
dangerous to
him.
your health.
It is.
So there you have it. Being that we're talking about crunchy and everything else.
I'm going to
tonight.
get you, which one you want, the charcoal or the
Bra?
oatmeal?
A
No, the
charcoal
soap.
bra?
The soap.
They have a charcoal bra?
Charcoal soap.
I want the soap. I want the body. Now you see, now I don't get.
I want to know how to get that, because I have 2 men that I think would very much like it.
I will give you Jennifer's phone number, because
I
I
would
would
like
love to
them.
put a program together, because it's not, we always say, it's not that people do things to harm themselves, it's because we don't know. And you just
Right.
put this stuff on because you think it's good for you, but now it makes sense of all these things I always had reactions to, and rashes, and people have rosacea, and all these different things.
They have what?
Rosacea, it's like a
They
skin
turn red?
rash. That there's products that
You know,
help
ever
with that.
since I met Dawn, I go to the store. Slick, do you do this? Do you pick up
Go
your
home.
soap and you read? And you read what's the ingredients?
Oh, yeah, because I got very sensitive skin.
So if you can't pronounce it, you don't buy it, right?
Correct, yeah.
Same thing with food.
Now, should you buy something that has red dye number 6,
Nope.
green dye number?
Not at
But
all.
everything has that.
You got to
Not
read
at
the
all.
labels.
What?
You got to read the labels.
Got to read the labels, yeah. Because I break out in hives if I get the wrong soap.
You
So,
got to read the labels. I know. She's sitting there smiling, cringing that she's got such a stomach ache. I'm like, go home.
Good.
We're back to that
Get
again.
to the end of the show.
Yeah,
So wait
she's
till the end of
like,
the show
she's
to go
like, I
home?
gotta stay for the other shows. I'm like, what other shows? There's one other show, and it's kind of a no-brainer. Go home.
I stay to the end of this show. and then I'll-
Jeez.
All right, so let's end the show.
Let's end the show so she can go. All right, she's going to hit our board. For more
Does she
information,
want
you
me?
can contact Jennifer Berkowitz on social media for toxic-free living and learning about different toxins. Follow her, because it's not only crunchy, the makeup, but all the different things that are in our environment that are exposing us and sometimes creating
Yes.
problems with our health. Also, our Teampreneur show, unbelievable. You can get these Devi masala spices, which is amazing, Devi masala, and then social media. 12 and 18 years old. Amazing what these young minds are creating.
And on Crunchy, it's men, women, and children, because young ladies are beginning to wear makeup early, and it is
Even
a
the
good idea.
skincare line for your kids. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yep, cleanser as well. So a lot of great things, a lot
High
of
schoolers,
information.
you know. I remember Gio, poor Gio, went through a real bad skin deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My little cousins are wearing makeup. In middle school, you still have a full face on.
correct.
Now, middle school would be what grade?
6.
6th to 8th.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
6th grade?
And you gotta wear the full makeup. You have to have your nails done. It's absolutely
crazy.
ridiculous at this point.
Wow.
Stay tuned. We've got the colored pencil artist coming up at 2:30 with Jay Harmon in the house, and a full lineup for you coming tonight. Have a great day, everyone. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. Go toxin free.
And don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show is over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S will bring more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. Well, see you next time.
sleepless nights. I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all, sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors, just to raise